So I am back on the dating apps. Love that for me. But it just baffles me how some guys don't make the effort to make plans in advance. Like, you don't wait until the weekend rolls around to ask me what I'm doing so that we can get together and do something. Like, that's not how it works. Because if you're truly interested in me, in getting to know me, you are going to ask me ahead of time when I'm available, and you're going to secure a date and a time to meet up with me, and you're going to make plans. You're going to make the reservation. You are going to make the effort. You do not wait until the last minute. That is showing minimal effort, and I am not interested. Because if you think that I am sitting around at home waiting for some guy to text me, call me, whatever, and ask me what I'm doing so that we can meet up, you have me very mistaken. But what I can tell you is that another man has stepped up to the plate and asked me days in advance when I was available, and he secured a date and a time and made plans. And so that is where I'm at right now. Wish me luck.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Guys, she said all that crap, and for what? It's like she was trying to teach the lesson to a guy that she was actually interested in by using the example and saying, well, I found a man, aka some simp, some beta male, that I'm using as this experiment to show the guy that I actually like. You should be courting me, you should be doing this and doing that, and trying to direct the man. But that's the thing, you don't make the rules, ma'am. Men make the rules. Remember, you want the commitment, not him. He just needs the box from you. And then it's still going to be on you. You're still going to have to do the work. If this is an exceptional man that's way out of your league, 9 times out of 10, the women that they go for, or the women that want these type of guys, the guys that they actually go for, are pretty much too many notches out of their league. And just having this weird, ridiculous reaction and saying, oh, well, I got another man that's doing all these things. It's like, wish me luck. You're just going to get sick of him and dump him to the side, because men that do everything right, nice guys finish last. That is a true saying. That's exactly why. So I already knew what she was trying to do. I know why she made this video. It was directed at some guy that she was probably more attracted to. And she tried to make an example out of him using a simp. Man, these women will shame you to death, man, if they don't get their way. This fairy tale way of how things should actually work. It's ridiculous.
You giving me hoe vibes. You got hoes?
No.
So you're not taking no girl out?
No.
Why?
They don't deserve me.
You not talking to nobody?
No.
What the fuck? Why are you being so stiff?
Guys, this is exactly how you have to be nowadays with modern women. You have to pretty much convey yourself like, well, why are you worth my time? And that's how I conduct myself with women. Why are you worth my time? I question them. I make them give me specific answers as to why. I make them work for it. And that's the thing. Women hate that, especially modern women. Oh, my God, they hate that. Because they don't like being put in that uncomfortable situation where they feel like they're being subordinate to the guy because they've been brainwashed. But they're actually attracted to that. If they do get a guy or get around a guy that they will actually do everything for and completely submit to, they can't get that guy. But just the thought of them trying to shoot their shot, you see how socially awkward she is, laughing and, why are you being so stiff? But if a guy was to say that same stuff, she'd be like, man, if you don't get from around me, that's the difference right there. Women don't like being put in these awkward situations, but they're going to have to be because men are not approaching women anymore. And this is hilarious right here. And the audio that was being used on this is from probably an actual recording, an incident that happened in real time. So, yeah, guys, it just goes to show you that you got to protect yourself, protect your peace, which is absolutely right, because nowadays, you know, modern women, they're just not the same. So you got to act like, and not even act like, but you got to be to the level of, you got to earn my time, because your time is more precious and more valuable than her time, because you have to actually build yourself up. She doesn't. She just exists, and guys come to her and propose and give propositions to her. So that's how I look at it.
If you go through his following and you see a whole bunch of other bad bitches and you're intimidated, you're thinking about the wrong
The way I think about it is, like, let me reframe your thought process. The way I think about it is, bad bitches is kind of like fine men in a sense that it's a very small group that really want to lock in and settle down right now and treat somebody right. So the way I think about it is, he's just gonna keep on getting his ass dealt with unless he fuck with me. So thank you, bad bitches. I love you.
Not gonna work, especially for the type of guy that you go for. Nah, he's not gonna do that, and he is the one that's doing the dealing with. That's why he has so many attractive women. That just goes to show you that you are replaceable. But women, they have overinflated, senses of self-worth, where they stand in relationships, how good they look, and what they qualify for, that they forget every single time that these guys are so good with women that regardless, he will mold the woman and, have that woman be the main girl to his liking, not to what you like. So you're going to have to compete, and 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to end up with that dog if you don't get your mind right, because the type of guy that you're describing that has all these women, all those women are sharing that guy. Are they complaining about it? No, because they would rather share, just like you, just like any other woman. We could hook you all up to a lie detector test. You guys would rather share a high-value man that can give you all of what you want, and him being attracted and you being attracted to him and him taking care of you with other women, than you have a loser all by yourself.
Where the man at that will cook for you before you get home, because you are also a hard-working woman.
Trust me, you have those guys, but the truth is, you don't want them. Because if you really wanted one of those guys, you can grab him out of the DM and you'll be like, okay, he looks good enough. He's cool. He'll cook for me. But women don't want that. What she's doing, she's actually virtue signaling. And what she's meaning in womanese and she's virtue signaling to the girlies is, I don't want to work no more. She wants to be rescued. But it's not socially acceptable to say that nowadays, because women are bosses. Women can get it. They don't need help. They can do anything a man can do. They can do it better. They're the most enrolled. They're queens. They're wonderful. They're magical. They're unicorns. They're perfect. They're special. All this crap. But they all still know that that's bull crap. And deep down, they want a man to take care of them. So that's all this is virtue signaling. Because women say one thing, but they know they can attain it. But they're like, well, I don't really want it. So that's how you know. You don't listen to what they say. You go off of their actions. Don't even go off of their actions, actually. Understand what emotionally triggers them and what they respond to, and go off of that.
Anytime somebody asks me if I'm seeing somebody or I'm dating, I'm like, no. I'm putting in 0 effort. I hate the dating apps. It's not my scene, just not for me. And they're like, well, Morgan, I mean, he's not just going to fall out of the sky or appear out of thin air. First of all, know your role and shut your hole. Thank you. Second of all, he might.
This woman is so vain and she's so lazy. This just proves to you that they're just lazy creatures in general. And this is a biological fact, that she would rather bet on he might, which is a possibility instead of a probability. She would rather bet on that than to actually do the work, do the groundwork, understand the men. Just because she thinks that her face card holds so much value, which looks fade all the time in women, and your peak is only for so long. So we can blink real quick and 10 years can go by and it doesn't matter, because the type of guy that you're looking for, once he finds out your age and it's 10 years down the line, because you will be, in this situation with this thought process, he's just going to put you in the sex bucket. That guy that you want, or a guy that's on that level that you would actually go for, he's going to put you in the sex bucket. Because you're too old by the time you realize this stuff. Because women right now, their minds are completely warped, bro. It's just complete programming, and it's ridiculous. And they think that they're sugar spice, everything nice, and they should be given all of this stuff just because they temporarily look good. They temporarily look attractive. This is crazy to me. But unless you loosen up those standards, which you will, you'll crack under pressure and start noticing that guys are seeing that you're invisible, and you'll either do that, you'll crack, and then you'll say, okay, I need to lower my standards, or you could just do this.
Buy a dog and die alone.